I can't see what the fuck is going on. I can't see anything, but I don't mind. Hello everyone, welcome in. My name's Kai Zammit. I'm a director, cinematographer and writer based in the south of the UK. And today in this video, we're going to be looking at the Halo 3, the Odst live action commercial titled The Life. Being that it's live action gets me really excited, and I absolutely love covering live action on the channel. Not that we do much of it because it's mainly game cinematics. And the reason being is, one, it's a commercial, which is what I work in real life. And two, it's live action, which is also the area that I work in real life and the filmmaking that I do, or direct cinematography and whatnot. So yeah, I'm really excited about breaking this one down. Hopefully get to shed some light to you guys and how the commercials are made and why the storytelling hit. But also, I get to learn from it as well. As a filmmaker, I want to learn every single day. You should want to learn because you become a better filmmaker and storyteller. So yeah, really hope I can learn something from it and shed some light. So with all that said and done, play the tape.
Rated M for mature.
Rated M for mature. That's nice and loud. Wow, look at the low-key lighting on it. Oh, mate, bagpipes. This is serious, isn't it? Bloody hell. This is to advertise the game. So believable, isn't it? That's a nice transition. Wow, this is like one of those army commercials. Just keep got the subtle. Oh wow, that's cool. Really nice kinetic cut. Dude. This is what the fucking program should have been like. Oh, it feels awful, doesn't it? Shaky camera. The close-ups. The heavy breath. Oh, mate, look at that. Brute. Lucky boy. Oh, mate. Yeah, he's a proper veteran, isn't he? Wow. Starts again, boys. Off we go. We are ODST. Wow, that was
Xbox 360 Elite, now $100 off.
Xbox 360. It's going back in time. That was incredible. That was so powerful. And I love commercials that come full circle. It ended how it started. I'll go more into that in the breakdown, but wow, that's that was amazing. That's proper rocked me. Yeesh. Right then, so let's break this down, shall we? To start off, really interestingly enough, I have actually, this is the second commercial for me today. I've already covered earlier today, recorded the Halo Reach live action version, which had a very battle scene, started with a heavy breath. But I'll be honest with you guys, between this and that one, I think this one's better. This one feels raw as hell. There's a lovely viewer of you guys out there, and he told me to react to this. I kind of did this for him really, and I'm positive he said that I can't remember your name. I do apologise. It's a little while ago now, and he said that I'm positive he serves or he has served, and this one brings so much emotion. And dude, I totally get it. I felt like I was watching one of the British Army commercials on this. I can't comment on other commercials, army commercials and things like that I've seen overseas and stuff, but wow, like, do you know what I mean? And I'm going to explain why now this works. Okay, so Let's go. Let's start right from the beginning. So we cut from black.
Rated M for mature.
Rated M for mature. Straight at this. Look at this. Look at this scene. Got a fucking bagpipe. I also moan about bagpipes. I don't moan about them. I love them. And they're the only instrument. My wife always takes the piss out of me because it's the only instrument that as soon as I hear it play, I immediately start crying. Look at this. Gorgeous. Look at this overhead lighting that they've got. But what I loved about it was, let me just go back and go into the, look at this. So we've got our establishing shot. Yeah, we know exactly where it is. We've got an overhead lighting. We've got all this concrete jungle looking thing. This is fantastic. This is, what a great shot. It really sets the tone of the ad.
M for mature.
And that's what you do. You've got the bagpipe player right over on the side. It really feels your shot. And what I loved about it as well is they've ended this commercial how they started it. And good stories, especially in commercials, I always do this when I write my commercials, is I always try to start them, end them how I started, or at least with the character, or what they've learned in they've come full circle in their life. Got a bit of a shaky camera going on because it's a funeral, it's a bit intense, all this darkness. What's also great about it being, start a funeral. What's also great about this sort of lighting is where it's shot over their head. It's very white, very soft and very blue, as in the lighting. You normally get quite big bags under eyes. It causes shadow. I really like this character. They really developed it, didn't they? You know, as in he was inspired. You see his journey. And then they come again full circle. Look at this shallow depth of field. It's like something out of Batman, isn't it? Like, you know, that the way they've shot it. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? All this black, the blues. And it's funny, isn't it? Because you can see that this character is inspired. And I love that. But look at this lighting. Look, you've got overhead here. You can see it shining down on his nose here. But you remember what I said about overhead lighting? It gives you these shadows. But they've done it in a way over here on this side. You can see it in his eye here. There's probably a whiteboard, a bounce, a reflector, just to bounce a bit more light up into his cheek. So it's not so bad on this side. And that you can give him a catchment in his eye, but also lift here. This is what we do when we do our close-ups. You'll have different lighting on your wide and different lighting from your close-ups, because wide, it's about filling the whole scene. On your close-ups, it's about making sure the talent looks good. And look, you can see there's negative feel over here. So there's probably a big black cloth to give it a lot of contrast. And here you can see the fucking bald shining up, lifting him under here. Look, you see it on his neck. It's like a silver light. And then, yeah, and then you've got this heavy overcast which is causing the bags under your eyes from the overhead lighting, which they would have obviously faked that, because there's no way you're going to shoot all this in one day. Look at this guy. Look at this. They've got darkness. That's what he should look like, because he's the main lead. They've lifted him. But isn't he? Look at him. He's inspired in this. And I like that in this story. But it's really believable, isn't it? This is Halo, a game. I feel like I was watching an actual army commercial or join the services. Look at this close up, look. You notice that when we did it, I'm going to lead into it, started a little bit further out with him. But as the commander or whatever it is shouting, he becomes more inspired as a character, and it gets closer and closer. This is a really well thought out commercial. It's like he's looking at him. Look at that. See that? Beautiful, beautiful match cut there. That was. If I go back by frame, you'll see it. So, oh, come on, you cheeky bugger. Let's go. Here we are. So it's not perfect because his eye looks like it goes up. See? Normally what I do is you put like borders up so you can see, so you can get the perfect match cut. But it's obviously very difficult because he's obviously being shaken about. So they've done it but it's so quick you're not going to notice. But this is what they call a match cut. It's an identical cut. And then, oh my God, that obviously is a different actor, isn't it? But fucking hell, that's good, isn't it? That's good casting, that. Let's go back 5 and go into it. And again, same sort of match cut, just go starting close, work out backwards. I really like this bit. He's going fucking nut bananas, isn't he? And look at this. The only thing that makes it look a bit fake or a bit silly, and I get it because obviously you need it. This is product placement. Is the top? It just makes me laugh because you would totally believe that this was real. It's so intense. Let me go back 10, please. I really like this commercial. Actually, I'll be honest with you, I think it's one of the best commercials I've seen in a long time. I might start using this when I start doing when I teach students sometimes, just to show them that this is for a game. Like this stuff. Hang on, he threw his head down, didn't he? He dived in the water. Look at that. So that's a kinetic cut. So it goes down and then the next shot follows it. I love doing that stuff, sort of stuff that I do. I always try to make all my shots move, or if I'm not moving, as in the camera, then I get my subjects to move. But the point is, it helps my viewers, my audience, get from A to B without stopping. But it's so intense, isn't it? Because it's so close. Here we go. We've got another one. This is so he jumps down the Odst go. Whoop. And being that it's so close to his eyes, and this is the one thing I got about this commercial. It is so here. This is how you show emotion in your characters or your talent or whatever it is. Okay, this is how I'm connecting with him. Shoot it here, guys. Okay, either it be photography, drawings, illustration, whatever it may be. This is how you show it. Body language is beautiful, but say for example, I would just say, look, I just want a close up. I can tell you so much more with this than I can my actual body and how someone feels. Right, you're just looking around, the shakiness of it. Look how close we are to the talent running out. We're right with him. We are here. Move, move, move. I can't see what the fuck is going on. I can't see anything, but I don't mind. So I don't like Hollywood action fight scenes like this because I want to be able to see it. It's a dance, it's performance. This is war. This is how I would want it depicted. And I'm sure anyone serving or who has served would tell you this is exactly what it feels like. Commend you guys. Like, you can't see anything, but you're still seeing little bits of it to make sense within the scene. Does that make sense? As in, I understand, oh shit, there's a banshee coming in. They're firing. It's just little bits, just little nuggets of information. People dropping. It's really nice. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I can't even see what's really going on, but I understand from the little tidbits of information on the screen what is going on. I need to go back 10 and watch this. Look at the framing of it. This is centered camera, okay? By being centered, we understand that this is our guy. We're always keeping it, even though he's wearing a helmet, we can't see his eyes, but look where the camera placement is. Look at the framing. We understand exactly how he feels, and you've got the loudness of the sound effect of his breath being lifted in the post-production. So it's really, really relevant, so you can hear it. We understand what this guy is going for. Yeah, we've got our sound effects and Foley work. That's the only thing that lets it down, that bit. Because that would have been a huge thing. That's nice. This, okay, so I'm going to give you a little tip when it comes to writing or anything like that, when it comes to battle scenes or something that is intense. You have to have pocket scenes or moments where it's a break. Okay, you have to have a break because Tarkov, is that the name on the coffin at the beginning? Was it his brother or something? I might have to go back and look at that. Do you know what? I'm not going to go back and look at it. You guys can tell me in the comments because I absolutely, it gives me an excuse to read your comments because I love him. But by having this moment to breathe, it allows us to calm down and be like, okay, we're shifting in tempo. It's all about tempo. If it was all just action, action, action throughout the whole commercial, you probably wouldn't remember bits of it, well, parts of it, but not all of it. This is what's making it memorable. Okay, and look at this, beautiful. Let me go back 10 and I want to play into it, please. That looks great, doesn't it? That brute. Not as good as it could have been, but... And look here, the breathing of his nose. Look at him. Love it. This little catchment in his eye just makes you look at his eyes because it's the brightest and whitest light on on the screen. Look at the framing. Look, his eyes are bang on, aren't they? Right in the middle center frame. See, here we are. That's a match cut again, guys. We've had, what, 2 of these now? 3 of these, I think. Look, boom, bang on. And the scar's the only thing that slightly changes, but you understand who this is. That's clever storytelling. You understand there's no flashes to black going showing of time. This is instant. But I'll be honest with you, I didn't think ODSTs survive very long because of what they do. They're going to catch me in his eye, look. From the fire. It's pitch black, got a nice wrap around. You got a nice bit of here. So this is when you light your characters or talent, you tend to do it from a 45-degree angle. Very cinematic look is very lit from behind, and you have a bounce coming up like you did at the beginning of The Boy. This is because it's coming from a key light, which is the fire. It's very believable. It's done at a 45-degree angle, which is here. By having it at a 45-degree angle, so if you guys are doing drawings, photography, or whatever, you got this nice little bit of light here, which is what they call the Rembrandt triangle. So I could draw a little triangle there. And that's when it's beautiful. And then you might want to lift it a little bit if you can, just to make sure it's not too dark. But what we tend to do, or what I tend to do, especially when it comes to talking heads or anything quite emotional, I'll wrap the light at 45-degree angles, and I'll put a big fucking dirty black sheet over here, or a big black, they call it a neg board, and it basically stops the light bouncing. So then I can get a really nice Rembrandt triangle. Here we go. Look, see, now this looks very cinematic, doesn't it? This bit, compared to that previous shot. Let me go back. Because obviously we've got we call negative space. Look at this negative space. We've got a little bit of light. But compare this shot to the next shot. That looks very cinematic, doesn't it? And the reason being is it is backlit, which calls you this lovely silhouette look. Hard edges, which you can make softer. And then you've got another set of light here bouncing up, giving us that look. Little bits of ash. This is fucking brilliant. And look, because it was so some people say with establishing shots, well, how do you know where you are? Well, you don't always have to have an establishing shot at the beginning of a film or a scene. You can change it. You can go close up and then work your way backwards. And it works fantastically. Let me go back 5. So we've ended the scene with this guy. We've jump cut here, or we're not jump cut. We've done a match cut, but we've jumped in time. And then his head goes down, looking at this. And here we are. We've got our establishing shot. And our story has come full circle. This guy was at the beginning as a boy. I wonder if he is his brother. I'd love to know what that name is. And then he's inspired, yada, yada, yada. And then he's learned, we have seen his full circle. What I love about it is they leave it open-ended. This is one of the most rawest, look at the, whoever this talent is, this actor, he intensifies this scene. Because do you know what I mean? You can read it all, but guys, I want you to tell me, I want you to shout it across the screen, why can I feel all this emotion coming off of him? Look at the whitest and lightest or brightest part of the screen. Where is it? Boom. Here. I'm looking at his eyes. And because of the way he's lit, all the darkness here, it's really in fucking tense. And I feel it. Like, I'm like, dude, my brother. Just looking at it, it makes me emotional because it's such a powerful scene. It's beautiful. Yeah, my bloody eyes watering. From a commercial. Because the intensity of it. What I love about that is, I don't know if you guys would agree with me, but how I see that in writing is, let's go back. At the beginning, we started with that young lad who then became, I assume, whatever the rank is. So he's in charge, yeah? We have now passed the torch onto this character. He has the same intense look. Granted, he is an ODST, unless that is meant to be our character in the game. Oh, I'm really bloody excited about covering the game now. Really excited. I might actually do that this afternoon. Yeah, and then look, because the reason why I say that is because it's not just one cut of that actor. He picks up the gear, we cut back to him, and we end with him. Look, see, we've drawn in closer. We're looking at him. We got to go. You know what to do. That's fucking brilliant, the way they've done that VFX. And then they leave it open-ended. Okay, so that's what you call an open-ended, but we're left with the intensity of this shot. And we are Odst. They've left it on the background, so you can see the real-life flames going off in the background, and then it comes up with a logo. Yeah, I could go into that for absolutely ages, but I don't know. Is there any bits that really... We quickly look at that thing. What was on the funeral? What was on that coffin? I want to see. Have a quick look. Where is it? Here it is. Is it? What's the name on it? Stark. Oh, so okay. So it's not. It's nothing to do with that other character. But no, this is honestly, this is one of the best commercials I think I've ever seen. I just, it's so raw. And thank you so much, whoever you were originally. I really must look at your name. I must tag you in this because it was you telling me about it, and that sort of piqued my interest. And now I've covered Halo 2 and all that lot. I'm excited to go into this now. Gone into Halo 3 territory now, which is yeah. And then that means we get to cover Halo 3 as well. But yeah, I think, guys, and again, just very quickly before I wrap this up. Look, these are assault rifles, but it's science fiction. But why does it feel so real? And the reason is the lighting, so cinematography, the way it is told, the story is told, it is grounded in reality. The best science fiction, I promise you this, if you're a writer or a budding filmmaker, it's all right having a gigantic space opera. So talking about, actually, I did mention this actually earlier about I've covered the Halo Reach one. The Halo Reach one was beautiful, but it had a very big space opera feel about it. Yeah, this felt like real life to me, and I think this is why this one resonates with me more, because it's all right having science fiction. You know, like Back to the Future, for example. You know, I've got a fucking car over there. I love Back to the Future, one of my top things ever. Even my wedding car was a DeLorean. The point is, what I'm trying to say is, it's science fiction, but it was believable. It was grounded, yeah? I know some bits were obviously far-fetched, of course, time travel. But wasn't it believable? Like this is believable. And that's why I think this commercial hits way harder than a lot of the commercials that I've seen. And, dude, if the game is like this, oh boy, I'm in for a treat.
Out of time!